Morning. How are you today? If my computer shakes, there's a four-legged creature rubbing herself all over it. So excuse the shakes. Smokey, come here, Smokey. Come here. Here we go. How is everybody today? We are here to talk about Mommy's favorite magazine in the whole wide world. I'm serious. There is nothing better than this magazine. Romantic Times Book Review. We're starting a new year. 2012. January 2012. If you could go ahead and check out my Star Trek recaps on Fridays, my If Then episodes on Fridays also. I did homicides, forensic, mysteries, regencies. I got a little carried away with Halloween and did suspense and thriller and horror. And I did Black authors a while ago. I did Native American authors the other. It was just awesome. Please go check those out. Some of those videos haven't been seen by anybody. I don't know what it is with YouTube, but sometimes it's like they show, no show. Show, no show. It's a random pattern, but every so many videos I make, no one sees. And before I forget, welcome to the D. Louise book series. I'm Christina KRS-TINA. This is where we read books and talk about books. No special effects going on here. No theme music. None of that fancy smancy stuff here. No talent. No imagination. And no money to do any of that stuff. So, Flashback Monday. Oh, I love this magazine. I love it. And it's rare. That's another thing. This is so rare. It's so hard to find. I thought I had accidentally misplaced one of my magazines a while ago. And I went ballistic trying to find it and trying to buy a new copy. Couldn't find it anywhere, not on eBay, Amazon, anywhere. And the last year that this magazine was produced, it was digital copies only. And I'm mad at myself for never downloading the whole copy. So, and it's not even online anymore. I was like, it's gotta be out there somewhere. Can't find it. So, anyways, this is January 2012. And I read these things constantly. So let's get started. We have quite a few books. I think we'll hit 60. I'm not sure if we'll hit, maybe we'll hit 70 with the Harlequins. But we will do at some future point the best. We will go through, that's, after I finish all the magazines, we'll come back and go through them again. Because these books are still valid. You can still find these books today. They're still in your libraries. They're still on Amazon. They still can be purchased. Do you believe in horoscopes? What do you think? Do you believe in horoscopes? This is for 2012. So maybe it's 2024. Who knows? Maybe this stuff comes around again. Who knows? January. The year begins with the sun in Capricorn, which tends to get everyone in a mode of all work and no play. February. The sun in Aquarius encourages new friendships and new technology. If you don't yet have an e-reader, this is a very good time to get one. I guess for Valentine's Day. March. Light reader. Laughter, happy ending, upbeat, uplifting, how to idealism, philosophy, and spiritual subjects or desire. April. Mars goes direct mid-month and readers are hungry for action of all kinds. Military rough and tumble cowboys, all military topics. May. The Sun and Jupiter teaming up in Taurus will have people wanting to put down roots, and readers will be looking for beautiful traditional stories. June. One of the busiest reading months of the year because Gemini rules communications of all kinds. Cancer. The sun in Cancer enhances whatever nurturing characteristics a person has and urges them to focus on their home and family. August. The sun and new moon in Leo help people discover what they really want and what they need to make themselves shine. September. Pluto goes direct early in the month, so intensely emotional reads are desired. Books about service and caring for others, charity work, and being practical, and common sense in the hero or heroine are popular. In September, Pluto goes directly in the month, so intensely emotional readers are desired. Um, the September, where's... Oh, here you go. October, the Sun in Libra supports balance, harmony, and compromise. Readers will do well to juggle books from a number of different genres. November, novels possessing raw emotion, intensity, edge of your seat writing, page turners, and gut wrenching topics. December, knights in shining armor. What are you doing? Come here, you. Would you stop? Smokey. Smokey. She's marking all my magazines. Okay. So let's get to it. What are you doing? Let's see. What's that one? Okay. That's what I thought. The Duke is mine. 4.5 stars. Continuing with her original take on classic fairy tales, James charms with an updated version of The Princess and the Pea. Her empowered and unconventional heroines, her intelligent heroes, and her witty dialogue merge perfectly with modern themes readers. Tarquin, Duke of Sconce, must have the perfect bride, and the Lady Georgina Linton is ideal for the dark, brooding Duke. But Georgina's outspoken, passionate, witty sister, Olivia, captures his attention. Olivia has long been betrothed to the rather dull Duke of Canterwick. When she meets Quinn, desire sparks, and she's more than willing to begin a scandalous affair. Her desire for Quinn obliterates rational thought about what this will do to her sister and her fiancé. As the lovers begin their liaison, Quinn's mother is intent upon finding the ideal for her son. Only after a series of tests will the bride be chosen. Oh, so that's where the Princess and the Pea comes through. Okay, I get it. Where's my thing? Where is it? Zoe Archer, The Devil Kiss. It's a little hot to be a Regency. 4.5 stars. The Hellraisers, a band of rakes and rogues who trade their souls in search for pleasure, make their debut in Archer's new series. Her heroes are bad, dangerous, and seductive. Her heroines are their match in every way, and their stories are powerful and dark. Hellraiser James Shelburne, Earl of Whitney, is fearless in his pursuit of gambling pleasures. One night in a Romany encampment, he meets the fascinating Zora Gray, a talented card shark. Zora teaches him what it means to lose, but she is unable to prevent the Hellraisers from making a deal with the devil. Each will surrender his soul to gain his heart's desire. Now Zora must find a way to help Wit reclaim his soul by fighting against an evil that could consume the world. Don't know. I didn't think so. Aretha Mid. I can never do these. Some of these things. Medeiros. The pleasure of your kiss. 4.5 stars. All in purple. One, two, three, four, five. Let's just see. Sorry. 4.5 stars. Every novel Medeiros writes has a strain of adventure romance, but her latest harkens back to her earlier wild, thrilling tales of exciting exploits and untamed passion. Ashton Burke has spent years trying to forget his first love by running from one thrilling adventure to another. But when his brother's fiancée is kidnapped and held in a harem, he reluctantly agrees to go rescue her. What is with my lighting today? Jesus. Not knowing she is Calander Cardew, the one he let slip away. When Ashton arrives, Calander worries if he manages to gain her freedom, or if they flee, she is still in danger of losing her heart to him. See what happens there. If my audio goes, please blame Hewlett Packard and Best Buy. Galen Foley, one of my authors I used to buy often. My Ruthless Prince. Blue. 4.5 stars. Foley swashes and buckles with the best as she continues her Inferno Club series. Readers have been waiting for the enigmatic Drake to take the stage, which he does in this tout thriller that twists and turns with surprises. While everyone else may consider Drake, Earl of Westward, a traitor to the Order, his childhood friend Emily Hunter travels from England to the Bavarian Alps to help bring him home. The gamekeeper's daughter is the only one who can rescue the young nobleman in body and wounded soul as they head for Promethean Guard. Drake holds a place close to the Order's mortal enemy. Emily's arrival throws his world into turmoil. He must keep her safe and unaware of his plans. I really lost my place here. He, but as their passion for one another grows, the battle between good and evil and order and chaos begins. Alec Rickoff, Air of Danger. You know, they always say that you've got a couple of minutes, actually, couple seconds, 3 seconds to catch your attention as you walk down the aisle in a bookstore. Would that catch your attention? You know, sometimes, although I know better, but sometimes I bet guys think this way, although maybe they would sell a lot of books if they did this, but then it would be considered porn. But see, if a guy takes his shirt off, it's okay, but if a girl takes her shirt off, it's porn. So you wonder if guys would buy more books if there was naked girls on the cover. Just a thought. Uh, Rick Off's Heirs of Kilronan trilogy concludes with the chilling adventures that draw the world of mortal and the fae together and lure readers into a passionate, exhilarating love story. In the years since his father's murder, Brendan Douglas has tried to run from his horrific memories. He finally returns to Ireland to prevent the powerful mage Melidor from arising King Arthur and destroying the world of mortal and fae. He must locate the key, a precious stone he left with Elizabeth Fitzgerald, the woman he jilted. Brendan arrives on the eve of Elizabeth's wedding. She thought she could never forgive him, but she falls under his spell. Oh, love. Delilah Marvell, forever and a day. Another one in purple. So maybe a guy would buy this book to find out why he's got his hand up her skirt. I guess it's supposed to give the illusion of passion. That's a harlequin, too. Four stars. Marvel not only crafts highly sensual novels, her innovative ideas and plot twists invigorate the genre. In her latest Forever and a Day, she has a wealthy English and poor Irish woman, amnesia, and a gritty backdrop to lure readers into the Cinderella Oliver Twist storyline. Okay. Georgia Milton is a hardworking Irish immigrant who is also the head of the New York City's 40 Thieves. When a handsome, wealthy man tries to save her bag from a thief and it's run down, Georgia feels responsible when the doctors claim his memory loss is temporary. Georgia brings him back to her small apartment. Roderick Gideon Tremaine has come to New York to locate a map important to his mother, but when he awakens from an accident with no memory of the past, he is beholden with his angel rescuer. How the Marquise was won. Marquise was won. Julianne Long. See how well my computer shows this. Do you like romance novels? Huh? Stars. Wary wit, clever dialogue, and charming characters mixed in a delightful plot are exactly what readers expect from Long. How the Marquise was won. Julie Spencer, Marquise of Drayton, sets fashion for the ton. Few know the reason for his upcoming marriage to Lisbeth Redmond. It's a chance to reclaim his mother's dower lands lost by his profligate father, but a glimpse of Lisbeth's companion, Phoebe Vale, a wager and a stolen kiss, upend his well-planned life. An orphan and teacher, Phoebe is unwilling to play into Julian's hands. Independent, intelligent, with a wicked sense of humor, she intrigues him. Caroline Richards, The Deepest Sin. The one in the middle here. Now that looks like Cinderella, don't it? 4.5 stars. Dark, dangerous, and chilling, Richard's second historical romantic mystery grips readers not only with its thriller elements and three-dimensional characters, but with a colorful backdrop and breathtaking moment of terror. British agents believe they have killed the spy who tried to steal the Rosetta Stone, but many wonder if he has risen from the dead. Sir Richard Avery would swear Farron was dead, but if he is, then why are suspicious acts occurring? There is only one way to find out. Watch Farron's lover, Lady Meredith Wolcott. If he is alive, he will surely contact her. Richard is supposed to use her as bait to lure out the traitor, not protect her. But when Meredith is in danger, he steps in and rescues her. Isn't she the hero? Where is my... Mad About the Earl. Christina Brooke. In blue. In the middle. Are you watching? Are you watching intently? Are you interested? Let's see if we can do this. Okay. Ah, oh, we did. I showed you already. Okay. Um, Christina Brooks, 4 stars. In the mystery of marriage novel, you're sure to get an intrepid heroine, intriguing hero, plenty of meddlesome aristocrats, and an unexpected plot twist. The mystery of marriage arranges matches designed to keep the wealth and power among the ton. Love has nothing to do with it, but love is important to Lady Rosamund Westresser, who has adored her betrothed since she saw his face in a miniature. She has romanticized about their meeting for so long, she's stunned to discover he is not the dashing fiancé she's dreamed about. Alicia Cornwell, The Price of Temptation. One in Ribbon. Oh, wait, One in Ribbon. Alicia Cornwell. You know, sorry. Um, I love this magazine. 4.5 stars. Newcomer Cornwell crafts an engrossing and typical Regency complete with spies, forbidden passion, and engaging cast of characters. Because Lady Evelyn Renshaw, husband Philip, is a traitor to both England and France, she's under surveillance by agents of the Crown and cannot leave London. She endures the censure of the Ton, even though she knows nothing of Philip's action and has no idea if he's alive or dead. Captain St. John Rutherford is on his way to duel when he rescues Evelyn from an attack, which brings him to the attention of the British Secret Service. Interesting. Celia Grant, the Lady Awakened. In green, in the middle right there. 4 stars. This intriguing debut blends erotic themes in a plotline that has been used before, but never in this way. A desperate heroine, a wicked, sexy hero, an unexpected passion, and a strong storytelling with compelling characters mark Grant as one to watch. Her husband's death leaves Martha Russell in a quandary. If she's not carrying the heir, then she will lose her home. She devises a daring and unconventional plot. Find a man willing to get her with child with no strings attached. Martha chooses her neighbor, notorious rake Theophilus Mirkwood, whose scandalous action got him banished to the countryside. Though stunned, Theo accepts Martha's arrangement to be her lover for 1 month. Martha only wants a purely business arrangement, but Theo has other ideas. Usually it's the other way around. I hope my audio is okay. But usually it's the other way around. This is different. A Lady Awakens, Celia Grant. Oh, did I write that right? I wrote it that way. We might have to skip her unless I can. I wrote the wrong page number. Ah, A Lady Awakened, 4 stars. This debut, intriguing debut. Oh, we did this already. That's the one we just did. Is my audio gone? Laura Lee Gerke, Trouble at the Wedding. Yellow on the end here. Just a second. I know. I'm sorry. Sorry. Did I wake you up? Oh, at the wedding, 4.5 stars. Laura Lee Gerke, knack for merging poignancy and humor, pride and passion are what makes her a fan favorite. And once more, she enthralls readers with emotionally balanced romance. American heiress Annabelle Wheaton was a poor girl from Manhattan whose daddy struck it rich and moved them to New York. But the Knickerbocker set never accepted the newly rich Wheatons, and Annabelle believes that marrying the impoverished Claude Rumford will give her the acceptance she craves. Yes, ma'am. Sorry. Um, However, her uncle wants the fortune hunter Rumsford out of the way, and he hires Christian de Quincy, Duke of Scarborough, to break them up. Not nice. Not nice at all. Not nice. Not nice. Connie Mason. I didn't even look to see if I had this. I probably do. Where did it? It's not on. Oh, I wrote the wrong page number down. I know it's in here. I've seen it a couple of times. Connie Mason, Sins of the Highlander. It's Connie Mason and Mia Marlowe, source books, 4 stars. Mason has a new writing partner, Mia Marlowe, and the two authors have revamped Mason's 2010 unreleased title and made it slightly better. The story of a man obsessed with revenge and the only woman who can bring him peace. A bride for a bride. Lachlan Drummond killed his wife, so Mad Rob McLaren kidnaps his enemy's bride-to-be from the altar. Despite the two clans on his tail, Rob takes Lady Elizabeth Stewart to his home. But the last thing he imagines is falling in love with her. Elizabeth agrees to arrange marriage to please her father. The last she expects is to be abducted on her wedding day. She's sweeping. She's sweeping. All right. On to mainstream fiction. A Walk Across the Sun. Topic. 4.5 stars. A Walk Across the Sun is flawless. The story is compelling and it's easy to relate to all of the characters. The author successfully tackles a touchy yet relevant topic and puts a human face on an international tragedy. Sisters Ayla and Sita are teenagers living in India. They are well educated and happy until a tsunami wipes out their entire family and their home they grew up in. But on their way to find people who can help, the two are kidnapped and sold to a brothel. Not good. Not good at all. Natasha Solomon's The House at Tyneford. House at Tyneford. 4.5 stars. The House at Tyneford is absolutely heartbreaking story about a family and loss during wartime. Like much literature set during World War II, there's an intensive impending dread, premeditating tale, but moments of tenuous beauty scattered throughout it make it a lovely, absorbing read. In the early days of WW2, 19-year-old Jewish girl named Elsie Landau leaves her native Austria to work as a housemaid at a manor on the English seaside. Separated from her sister and her beloved parents, Elsie is at a bitterly unhappy but soon grows to love her new home as well as Kit, the master's son. With war coming ever closer, though, a chance of happiness with Kit is shattered when he's serves to leave in the Navy. All flowers in Shanghai. 4 stars. Duncan Jemison. An exploration of women's roles and obligations in early 20th century China. All the Flowers in Shanghai is at first awfully dispiriting but ultimately poignant and elegantly written. Presented as a conciliatory letter to a mystery character, the book is a journey to find out our protagonist Feng has wrung so deeply and why she did it. The younger of two sisters in a middle class family, Fang considered herself lucky that her older sister is the one who obligated to marry socially upward to raise the family status. But when her sister falls ill, Fang is thrust into a world in which her only value lies in providing an heir. Not good. Not good. All fall down. Megan Hart. All fall down. Only got 3 stars. A single moment can change your life. This story examines the power of change in the lives of two women who share nothing more than a connection to one man. The plot is intriguing and fast paced. The female characters are likable, but the feckless reactions of the husband father are annoying. Okay. Why We Broke Up. Daniel Handler. 4.5 stars, by the way. Original and artsy, even those who might be a little tired of the quirky teen finds love plotline are sure to enjoy this genuine, heartfelt story. Without giving in to melodrama, Handler examines all the feelings that come with first love, the desperation, heartache, and sometimes unbearable happiness. The dialogue is written sparse to the point of courageous, but never quite confusing. Interesting. First date, Krista McGee. Hey, 4.5 stars. McGee's debut novel is an absolute gem. This book truly has something for everyone, teens and adults alike. Addie is a character to admire, from her spiritual maturity to her insecure vulnerability. Anyone who enjoys reality television and a well-told story shouldn't hesitate to read the great book. Addie Davidson is randomly chosen as one of 100 teen girls from across the United States to complete in a reality TV program in order to win a prom date with the president's son, Jonathan. Addie is focused on getting into college and she doesn't want anything to do with the show. Yet those around her think it would be a great way for her to communicate her faith to the world. See what happens there. Wanda Broomstetter finds a way. 4.5 stars. In a departure from her Amish-themed novels, Broomstetter crafts 3 delightful short stories, proving that she can be successful in any venture. Blueberry Sunrise, Lorna Patterson decides to return to college to pursue her dream of being a music teacher. Her husband died a year ago, and a relationship is the last thing she wants. Evan Bailey is learning to bake in the hopes of winning a woman's heart. Will it work on Lorna? In Grandma Doll, Sheila Nichols tries to find a doll from her childhood. Dwayne Woods, an antique dealer, offers to help. Will Sheila find more than a childhood doll and memories? In Matchmaker 911, Wendy Campbell is working as a barber and caring for her father. Her father believes she needs a man in her life, and determined to find her one. Julie Cleason, The Maid of Fairborn Hall. 4.5 stars. There is romance, mystery, and secrets in this Regency. Clayson always brings freshness to her stories. Some Regency era novels have stuffy, hand off characters, but her characters are warm, witty, and have style. Margaret Macy is a pampered young miss who, being pressured to marry a man who is dishonorable, but no one sees this but her. She flees and lands as a housemaid in the home of a former suitor of hers. You want to go work as a maid and in a former suitor's house. Okay. Is he married? Since she's wearing a wig and dressed as a maid, he doesn't recognize her at first. Nathaniel Upchurch suspects there is something off about the new housemaid, but his sister seems satisfied with her work. But when he has a visitor at his house ask him if he has seen Margaret, he realizes she's hiding herself for a reason. We'll see what happens there. Amanda Cabot. Summer of Promise. Ah, I taped my page. My page came out. 4 stars. The Cabot's Westward Wind series starter. Readers will enjoy reading through the story twists and turns. The characters are interesting bunch, but some of them are quirky, some are serious, but all have a story to share. Abigail Hording has heading to Wyoming to check up on her sister before returning to Vermont to marry the man she has loved for a long time. Then her stagecoach is held up. Lieutenant Ethan Bowles is on the stagecoach and prevents anyone from being hurt. He knows that Abigail is not the army type of woman, and he is content with his life as a single army for life person. But things have a habit of changing for unsuspecting people. I've got to take this page. My page fell out. Elizabeth Camden, The Rose of Winslow Street. 4 stars. The characters are charmers and some are a bit bossy. They have their hands full with their own problems but are willing to help others despite their heavy burdens. Camden has been compared to Tracy Peterson and Julie Lessman. She knows what readers of historical novels expect, and she does not disappoint. Libby Sawyer is completely stunned when she and her father return from their summer lodgings to find a Romanian family living in their home, and they learn they do not have a legal right to the house. Libby and her father hire a lawyer to let the court decide who has the right to the house. Mikhail Dubrovsky has come to claim the property that it was given to his father, and also to keep his sister safe from further harm. He is attracted to Libby, but he wants to keep his distance. The last thing he wants is to fall in love and wind up getting hurt again. See what happens there. Susan Fisher. Susan Woods Fisher. The Keeper. 4 stars. The Stony Ridge season series starts off with characters who are trying to make the right choices, but sometimes with unexpected results. Fisher always brings freshness to our Amish novels. The Amish culture is interesting to read and learn about, but there is also a message. God has plans, and those plans may vary greatly from the plans you have. Julie Lopp has been dreaming about her wedding to Paul Fisher since she was a girl. When Paul wants to postpone, she knows exactly who to point the finger at. Roman Trayer, a die-in-the-wool bachelor known as B-Man. Roman certainly didn't mean any harm when he talked Paul. He was just there to use his bees to help the farmers get their crops pollinated, and he told the truth about his contentment with his single life. Can his mind be changed back to marriage? Kim Vogel. Song of My Heart. 4 stars. Sawyer skillfully entwines the love of God's word and its wisdoms into a beautiful love story between two young people trying to discover their true purpose. She is able to expose our weakness in God's grace while showing how God works through others to guide and protect in order that we might see his wondrous ways of providing. Sadie Wagner comes to Goldtree expecting to delight audiences with a beautiful melodic hymns, but the opera isn't quite what she expected. She's working 2 jobs as a mercantile clerk and a singer. To save money for her family, the sheriff Thade McQueen wants to use the money he earns as a lawman to pay for his training to become a minister, and he would like to court Miss Sadie, but when he learns her practicing bawdy tunes, he wonders if she's less than innocent than she seems. Don't know. Maybe she's doing that because that's what she thinks the people want to hear. It's a possibility. Mm. Where wildflowers bloom. Anne Shorey. Wildflowers bloom. 4 stars. Shorey's new historical romance series, Sisters at Heart, features characters who are feisty and determined to change their lives, and sometimes the results are unexpected. Faith Lindbergh lost her father and brother to the horror of Civil War. All she has left is her grandfather and the family mercantile. She wants to start anew, which means leaving Noble Springs. Her grandfather does not want to move, so she needs to convince him it will be better for both of them. When Faith learns Royal Baxter has returned to town, she wonders if they could still have a future together. She wanted to marry him before the war broke out, but he seems different now. A second. I hope my audio is okay. Ah, you know what it's like to do all of these books, talk about 60 or 70 books, and then have the audio go? Ah, it's heart wrenching. So if it does go, um, mute, do closed caption, or just let the whole video play out. I mean, if you're here now, please let the whole video. Dark Victory. Michelle Lang. 4.5 stars. Immerse yourself, body and soul, into this remarkable second story in Lang's Lady Lazarus trilogy. The author brings us hints of dialect from a bygone era of World War II battle scenes and massacres like of which the Morrow never reported on. Characters both spectral and earthly, and creatures both heavenly and demonic that will terrify and endear in equal measures. In the summer of 1939, Hitler begins his murderous march through Poland. Armed with Seer Sister's dire predictions of mass murder, the love and support of her fallen angel Raziel, her small band of followers, and Churchill's belief in her, Lazarus Witch, summons of souls and jewels, Magna marches into Poland. She is armed with a mix of magic and mortals. She's got God on her side to save the Jews of Poland. But once she gets there, she realizes that things are most dire. Yes, it was horrific. Absolutely horrific. Maria Schneider, Touch of Power. 4.5 stars. Fan favorite Snyder returns with her first volume in the Healer series, which will transport you into the 15 realms, a land in conflict and flux. The descriptions are vivid and draw you into the rugged journey across the mountains. Avery of Kazan is a healer who absorbs the wounds and ailments of the sick and dying. Because the healers are accused of spreading the plague, she is hunted and threatened with death. She is captured by Carrick and his band, who want her to heal the plague-ridden prince. Carrick has hidden powers of his own. To get to the prince, they must traverse the 9 mountains. Avery doesn't want to heal the prince for 2 reasons, the foremost of which is that she will die. After she doesn't believe he's on the right side, she makes friends with everyone in the group except Carrick, who accuses her at every turn. Don't know. Borealis, Ronald Maliff. Horror. It's a little dark there, don't you think? 4 stars. The atmosphere of the bitter, enticing, secluded Bering Sea is eerily depicted in Mafia's supernatural novel. This little nugget is packed with pulse-pounding moments, spine-tingling twists, and enough chills to steal your breath. When Charlie Mears and the rest of the Borealis crew venture out on a customary crabbing jaunt in the Bering Sea, they discover a woman running naked along the ridge of the ice passage. The men rescue her and bring her aboard the trawler. Not long after, they discover her grueling secret. Not is all as it seems to be. Ellie Griffiths, The House at Sea's End. 4.5 stars. Griffiths very skillfully balances the mystery and the ongoing personal life of English forensic anthropologist archaeologist Ruth Gallows. The mystery here is filled with logical suspects, twists and turns, and completely surprising ending. Ruth is just back from maternity leave, still in awe of her baby, but glad to be back to work. As for many first mothers, balancing the demands on her time is difficult. Everything is made more complicated by the fact that she isn't married to the married father of her child, and yet works with him. On the coast of Norfolk Beach, human bones are found dating back to World War II. A home guard was there at the time to protect the coast of German invasion, and when the bones are found to be from Germany, tension mounts. No. Did I? Detachment. Barry Eisler. 4.5 stars. This chilling tale explores how far people are willing to go when they think the end justifies the means. Government conspiracies abound with so many switches and allegiances, lies, and secrets that no one can be trusted. Rain Freelance, a government assassin, has been out of the business for years until he is tracked down in Tokyo and manipulated into taking on a job to prevent a coup in the United States. Just one hit, except this job is so big that he must lead a team of killers who don't trust each other. And after the hit, he's told there are 2 more targets, and the lies and deceptions escalate from there. What? Come here. What's the matter? Come here. She's screaming her head off. I did this video the other day. Does your cat do this? Does your cat go meow? And then you go like, what? And they go meow. And you go, what? And they go meow. So finally, you get up to see what's going on. They're sitting behind you on the floor. Wasn't me. Nope, nope, nope. Lift a paw, lift a leg, start licking, start washing their face. Nope, nope, nope. Wasn't me. Come here, wasn't me. Smoke. Smokey. She's under the table. They're burning. Rick Muffina. 'They're burning. 4.5 stars. Muffina continues his amazing streak of tight and excruciating suspense with his latest Jack Gannon book. All of the great thriller elements are in abundance. A terrifying villain, a woman in the wrong place at the wrong time, and a reporter seeking answers. When Lisa Palmer stops to buy gas, she walks into a nightmare. An armored car heist leaves her the sole witness to a brutal robbery and execution. Frank Morrow, an FBI agent with terminal cancer, gets the call to protect her. Reporter Jack Cannon sees this case as the perfect opportunity to get an exclusive and keep his job. Tammy Hogue, Down the Darkest Road. 4.5 stars. Hogue continues her journey back in time in the Third Oak thriller. Set in 1990, many of the advances in technology and criminology we take for granted are either years away or in their infancy. One woman's exorable nightmare is highlighted as this gritty novel explores what happens when the system fails. Lauren Lawton's unrelated nightmare began 4 years ago with the disappearance of her oldest daughter. Leslie was never found, and in the grief aftermath, Lauren's husband essentially committed suicide, leaving Lauren and the younger daughter Leah alone. While at the grocery store, Lauren sees the man she knows took her daughter, photographer Roland Balacio. Oakdale detective Tony Mendez is inclined to cut Lauren some slack, but there's no evidence linking Belinka to Leslie's disappearance. But Lauren feels Belin is now stalking her daughter Leah. We shall see. We shall see. Mm, Nevada bar. Back in time, Nevada bar. There's the book right here. The rope. Full page spread. Tell us how you came to work for the National Park Service. Are the politics really like your books? Mostly I bump into things like Bugs Bunny popping up out of the hole, saying, "What's going on here?" I got caught up in the environmental movement in my late 30s when my work as an actor started drying up. So I thought I'll do a summer in the parks. I went into it for about 8 years. The politics depend from park to park. Since a lot of my readers are rangers, I work hard to keep the books up to date. I used to be a seasonal and now I'm a hobnob with the uppity ups. That can't help but change your outlook. When you hear the other side, the Park Service has been incredibly generous, giving me a place to stay, boat rides, visits with rangers. I sleep on their couches. Rangers are the most overeducated group in America. They come into it because they have a dream. Four and a half stars, The Rope. If fans want to know where Anna Pigeon's saga began, then they better start with The Rope. Anna's grit and survival are honed here and develop into razor sharp wits that have kept Anna balanced on the right side of the law and sanity all these years. Set in 1995 with a 35-year-old Anna nursing a broken heart and battling alcoholism against the harsh beauty of the Glen Canyon National Recreational Area. As a background, this glimpse into Anna's history is raw. After work one morning, Anna takes a hike and wakes up naked and injured in a dark hole in the desert. Her memory of the event that landed her there is elusive, and with no supplies or a way out. All her coworkers think the solitary young woman has just left, as her cabin is cleaned out. As she slowly fits the pieces back together, Anna must find the courage and the will to live that she didn't know she had in order to survive. Um, oh, I forgot one. I've done a video on this, so you'll have to check this one out. I've done a video. The Autonomous Apprentice. Check these all out. Four and a half stars. Harris' debut is set in the 18th century England. At this time, an eponymous specializing in learning about the human body with the dissection of cadavers. Harris' research is meticulous. The results are historical CSI with a romance and excellent mystery. There are many possible villains, and the reader will keep guessing through the continuous twists and turns. Dr. Thomas Silkstone is working in London when he is approached by Lady Farrell. Her brother has been killed and her husband accused of his death. Despite his terrible character, she loved her brother and he wants the truth revealed. Her husband is no better than her brother in character, and the friends suspect him of the wrongdoing. See what happens there. Um, two real quick that I don't actually three that I don't have pictures for. Um, Ghoul Interrupted by Victoria Laurie. Her books are usually colorful and cartoonish kind of covers. I'm just gonna read it. It got 4.5 stars. It's Ghoul, Ghoul, Interrupted, Interrupted. SPTED. Got 4.5 stars. This time around, the big bad is no ghost but an ancient demon sporting in a hefty grudge. Laurie moves the action to New Mexico and brings in Native American culture and myth. Our intrepid ghost-busting trio of MJ Holliday, Gilly Gillespie, and Heather Whitefeather is in excellent form as they face all too personal danger. Another one that I couldn't get breakdown, Sarah Peretsky. She did V.I. Wachowski. Got 4 stars. Fast-paced action and a great plot make this tough novel to put down. Initially, V.I. Wachowski's decision to help a group of girls leave a crime scene seems a bit suspect, but as the story continues, the reasons behind her decision become clear. The tangled web surrounding the murder is an intricate puzzle that keeps readers entwined, drawn in to the end. Red Mist. I don't think Patricia Cornwell. If you go back and check, I did one of my if-thens on forensics, and Patricia Cornwell and Kathy Reichs and the other ladies are included. It's an if-then. Please check that out. 4 stars. Cornwell's latest Case Got Better novel involves a case that is particularly personal and highly dangerous. This tale has an intricately woven plot that is engrossing and suspenseful. The characters, the good guys, the bad guys, and the ones that you can't figure out until the end are fascinating. The plot starts out twisted and becomes even more entangled as the story escalates. Dr. Case Got Better is intent on bringing justice to the person who murdered her troubled colleague Jack Fielding. She travels to a women's prison in Georgia to interview Kathleen Lawler, who was once charged with molesting Fielding when he was a child. Lawler's daughter is a vicious killer, and evidence suggests that the recent killing spree in Boston was not the first. I don't know. Oh, the Hunter. John Lescroft. Ah, I included it because of the author, but it only got 3 stars. The Hunter features private investigator Wyatt Hunt in a case that quickly becomes personal. Instead of investigating a stranger, Hunt finds himself looking into the past of his biological family. After receiving a disturbing text indicating that his biological mother was murdered, Hunt begins an investigation into his own background. Hunt's parents adopted him as a toddler and were given little information about his family. As he follows the clues, Hunt discovers that his biological parents were involved in the mass suicide of the cult led by Jim Jones in Jonestown. However, those dangers didn't end in 1978. And Hunt finds himself in a labyrinth of mysteries and lies. Karen Robards. I did not I did not get this one. I had every intention of getting it. I did not get it, so I do not have a picture for you. Um Let me just look here, see if it's in the yeah, it's in the beginning. Okay. Here we go. Karen Walker. Karen Robards Sleepwalker, right here. I was supposed to pick this one and I forgot. Because I left my magazine home when I went out. Bad me. 4.5 stars. It's nonstop action from the first to the last page as Robot takes readers on a whirlwind caper that finds a cop and a thief running for their lives. In a story that's reminiscent of her early romantic adventures, Robot doesn't allow either her characters or her readers the chance to take a deep breath as events proceed at a breathtaking pace. Detroit detective Michaela Mick Lang unexpectedly spends New Year's Eve at a family friend's Uncle Nico's estate, watching over it while the family is away. After waking from yet another nightmare about her mother's murder, Mick encounters a burglar. Events take an unexpected turn when the burglar, aka Jason Davis, discovers photos among the money incriminating Nico in the gangland murder of Edward Lightfoot and his family. Realizing that means having seen those pictures means Mick and Jason's lives are in serious jeopardy. Cooper Beach. Did I do this one? Yes. Um, Jane Ann Krentz, 4.5 stars. Consistent excellence is one reason why Krentz continues to be one of the best-loved authors in romance genre. Whether she's writing futuristic, historical, or contemporary romance, readers are assured of exhilarating and satisfying ride with Cooper Beach. Krentz launches her Dark Legacy series featuring rare books, paranormal crystals, and psychic codes. Abby Radwell puts her unusual psychic talents to work by freelancing as a rare book code breaker. Because there are those who would hire her for nefarious purposes, she only works with carefully screened clients. Then she receives a blackmail threat and, at the urging of her mentor, turns Sam Coppers, a specialist in a paranormal crystals, for assistance. We'll see what happens there. Um, Sweet Reward, Christy Reese. Down here at the bottom. Hey, those men have clothes on. 4 stars. The Last Chance Rescue book features both a compelling hero and an equally strong heroine. Both are survivors who have dedicated their lives to rescuing others, but they have completely different attitudes towards life. Jared is grim, focused, and withdrawn. Mia is determined to savor every moment of life. Mia Riker runs a small rescue operation in Chicago. She is searching for an infant sold as part of a baby trafficking ring, which leads her to Paris and the Last Chance Rescue Organization, where she meets Jared Liversing. Jared is appalled that people expect him to work with the diminutive, bubbly Bibby, Mia. She is clearly a civilian and he does not want to be the person who gets her killed. Mia thinks Jared is one of the hottest guys she has ever come across, but also one of the grimmest. Can they work together? You'll have to read the book to find out. Um, Locked and loaded. Oops, naked guy alert. 4 stars. The action and tension in Grant's story starts from the very beginning and stays strong until the end. Readers will enjoy plenty of suspense with some nice unexpected twists and a thrilling climax. Working deep undercover to bring justice to the man responsible for her family's death, DEA agent Sage Wagner is very upset when her mission collides with that of the Captain Anthony Davis of Delta Force. It is not long, however, until she accepts that working with him will not only bring down the man she's after, but stop a terrorist plot and save many innocent lives. It doesn't hurt that the attraction they feel for one another makes them both realize the future they each had planned may be taking a 180-degree turn. Um, Yes, ma'am. Well, come here. Whispers in the Dark. 4.5 stars. Bank's newest installment of a KGI series starts over the bank and just keeps on. Filled with heart-stopping action, suspense, and intense emotion with a tender romance at its core. Held prisoner in a filthy dungeon, soldier Nathan Kelty could swear he hears a gentle voice in his head. At first he thinks he's hallucinating until he realizes that it belongs to a woman, Shay Peterson. Shay, a telepath, finds herself involuntarily linked to Nathan, and it's her mental connection that helps him escape with his captors. Their connection goes dormant until months later when Shay is caught in a desperate, dangerous situation and contacts Nathan to help her. I save you, you save me, you save me, I save you. Come here. What? 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 What's up? Hmm? What's going on? You getting in trouble? Uh, did we do this one? We haven't gotten there yet. No, she's not in here. Exclusively yours. Where did I see that? Let me just do this. I keep losing my place. Bar, suit, robots, banks, crunch, streets, grant. I got the wrong book. I picked up the wrong book. Oh, wait a minute. Here it is. Sorry. I was quite confused for a second. Exclusively yours. 4.5 stars. With humor and some relatable angst, Stacy tells the story of love in its many forms. The secondary plot threads involve the hero's siblings give the story substance and warmth as well as heartache and heartwarming moments. When entertainment reporter Kerry Daniels' boss discovers that she was the high school sweetheart of a popular and famously private author, Joe Kowalski, he gives her two options: either get an interview with him or find another job. Joe, who is heartbroken when Carrie left home and him, he is willing to grant the interview if Carrie goes on a 2-week family vacation with him. Ah, I see those wheels turning there. Dylan, C.A. Amrid. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. 4 stars. Amrid does an excellent job of setting the scene with her amazing flair for scenery and descriptions. Readers will be able to empathize with the female character and her hesitancy to move forward. Cowboy Dylan Graham loves two things: his family and his life on the ranch. His life is complete until he meets a brunette with dark green eyes that change color depending on her mood. Yeah. Let's see if I can do this again without destroying anything. Oh, oh. I hung up on myself, so I hope you're still here. Now she leaves. Alright, back up here. I like you better up here. Ah, sorry. Sorry. So where were we? Sanctuary Cove. Rochelle Ailes. 4.5 stars. With this mild introduction to the Cavanaugh Island series, Allers returns to the low country of South Carolina. Readers will enjoy the ambience, delicious sounding food, and the richly described characters falling in love with each other. Deborah Roberts moves to the home she inherited from her grandparents after the accidental death of her husband. Along with her two teenage children, she restarts her life and reopens her bookstore. Dr. Asa Monroe is a widower who's new in town. He's a snowbird who's lost his wife and has applied to work with Doctor Without Borders. Just waiting for his assignment. Finding new love is not on either of their agendas, but there's no running from fate. Aww. All I want is you, Sherry Bodine. Four and a half stars. Cheryl Bodine. Get ready for fun, mayhem, and mystery and romance in this more genres for your money read. Bodine has filled her book with quirky characters and a fabulous windy city setting. Vintage boutique owner Venus Smith is stunned to realize her newest purchase comes with a crime attached. The antique mermaid brooch was stolen from the Clayworth family years ago. She turns to the one man she despises to help settle the issue of the brooch and clear her dad's name too. After all, her nickname isn't Tenacity for nothing. Connor Clayworth O'Flynn knows he's in trouble when Venus sidles up to him for help. She hates him for ruining her father, but something is telling him to chin up and help her anyway. Will love find a way? Judy Devereaux in the morning light. In the morning light. And I know I can't sing for nothing. 12 years in chorus being Manili Vanilli. If you know who Milli Vanilli are, you know how I said. See? That's how I sang. No sound. Devereaux's newest novel, Four New Stars, is a sweet modern-day romance set in the quaint, charming southern town of Edeling. She weaves a masterful tale that centers on family, friend, and relationships. Small-town doctor Tristan Aldridge and city girl Jessica Layton meet by chance in the doctor's when he trips over the chaise she is sleeping on. Minutes later, cloaked in darkness, they begin to get to know each other. Two more sweet encounters in the dark, and they are smitten. Emily March, Lovers Leave. Four stars. March tells a lovely romantic story of second chances, the touch of magic in the form of Celeste blessings, and the familiar faces from previous stories make for a delightful return to the Eternity Springs, Colorado. It's been over 20 years since Sarah Reese last set eyes on Cameron Murphy, her daughter's father, so it comes quite as a shock when she and daughter Lori see him on their last day of a vacation in Australia. Though Lori had searched for him in the past, the reality sends her running, taking Sarah with her all the way to Eternity Springs. When Cam and his son Devin come to visit months later, Sarah isn't ready to allow him access to the daughter, especially since Lori has no desire to see him. Yet the truth about how Cam spent the last years, the fact that the love he and Sarah had never died, plus the magic of Eternity Springs brings them together. Donna Kaufman, Sugar Rush. Sugar! Sugar's what kept my husband going for 6 months. And then he became diabetic. Oh, good Lord. So you see, my husband's heart was stopping. So he used sugar and caffeine to get through the day until it got low enough that the surgeon would decide to put in the pacemaker. And once the pacemaker was installed, he did realize he was still dependent on the sugar and the caffeine. And that's when we discovered that he had diabetes. So now he's off sugar and caffeine and has medications and the pacemaker. Donna Kaufman, Sugar Rush. Fans of cupcakes and TV chefs will like this first installment of Cupcake Club back-to-back romance series that comes with recipes. For those looking for more, not to worry, this isn't a light spun sugar tale. It has substance. Lanny relocated to the island community of Sugarberry to become closer to her father and open her own business. A cupcake baker. She left behind a high-profile, successful career as a pastry chef in New York, along with Baxter Dwayne, the charming TV chef who was her boss and the star of her daydreams. Now Chef Hotcakes shows up and announces that his production company is here to film outside her little shop. Uh-huh. Joanne Ross on Lavender Lane. Shelter Bay is a town that envelops readers in a warmth. The latest entry in the series features a lovely romance that rolls in with the inevitability of the tide. Suspense is created by a secondary storyline. Ross features returning SEALs and Marines as her heroes in a very nurturing way. Lucas Chaffee get out of the Navy to get into business with his dad, only to come home just in time for his father's death. He feels a little disconnected, but his friends and family in the special town already have some plans for him. Sophia wants him to redesign her farmhouse, Lavender Lane, into a restaurant. Since Sophia was the one to adopt Lucas and his father after a family tragedy years ago, Lucas definitely wants to help her. There's just one catch. Sophia is the grandmother of the one girl he always loved. Aww. Ah. Now, if you were with me last year, I did all of these ladies' books. So please go check out all the videos for this lady's books. And there's one coming up in a couple weeks. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Dirty. No. Oh, Now or Never. I think that's what it's called. Now or Never. This cliffhanger has been used many, many times before. But what makes this cliffhanger different is that Stephanie was evicted from her apartment. So I don't know how the next book is going to start. I'm anxious to see it, but I'm assuming she's living with her parents. And she has also accepted the proposal of marriage proposal with Joe and Ranger. And I'm telling you, I'm Team Ranger because Ranger is always there. He understands her. He understands, he's always there to save her. He understands her way of life. Joe, on the other hand, wants her barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. So those are my two dilemmas. So go check out all 30 videos. 1 for the money, 2 for the dough, 3 to get deadly, 4 score, high 5, hot 6, 7 up, hard 8 to the 9s. All the way to Dirty 30, and then now, I think it's Now or Never in a couple weeks. But on the other side of town, she did these quirky little novels. Johnny Jovanovich and Dorian Kelly Love in a Nutshell. It only got 3 stars. Kate Appleton is a all too frequent character in a contemporary romance. The recent divorcee whose ex-husband makes a bid for Jerk of the Year. Her desperation to find a job and make her dreams come true is rather exaggerated in the beginning, and the authors do not give you any indication of her skills and acumen until late in the novel. Well, that's probably why it only got 3 stars. Kate Appleton hopes to convert her parents' house into a bed and breakfast in beautiful Cairns Harbor, Michigan. Unfortunately, she has few plans, fewer hands, and no money. As Kate struggles to work toward her goal, she becomes enamored of her new boss, Matt Culhane, whom she charmed or alternately bamboozled into giving her a job. Okay. Yeah. Um... Let's go look here for a second. I think I missed one. Yep. Yepper. Yepper. His bride by mistake. 4.5 stars. Grace pens an unconventional Regency romance with the original heroine and the setting for the next Devil Rider story. The character-driven romance appeals to readers yearning for a love story. Luke Rippon was 19 years old, spy on a mission in Spain when he rescued a 13-year-old girl from deserters' attack. To protect Isabella from her ruthless cousin, he brings her to a convent, marries her, and plans on having the marriage annulled when she turns 21. The day has come, and Luke returns to Spain to claim his wife. Isabella has remained in the convent, but she is far from a docile bride. She refuses to go with Luke to England until she sees her half-sister's safety. When Luke tries to press his point, his wife proves that she can be a blade, ride astride, shoot a pistol, and wrap him around her little finger. Okay. Uh, let's see. I think this, this we did her, did her, and her. Robin Carr, Hidden Summit. Robin, 4 stars. Carr's way with characters and plot make her books fast-paced, funny, and heartfelt even as she pens her 17th book in the Virgin River series. Heartsick over her divorce and tired of a too friendly ex, Leslie accepts a new job in a new town, Virgin River. She's not looking for anything but peace and quiet when she meets carpenter Connor Danson. They both have been burned by love and are weary. On top of that, Connie is hiding out from a killer. Hmm. And Connor keep her safe. All right. Spirit Bound. If you have not seen, if you're a Christine Feehan fan, I went through all of Christine Feehan's books a couple of weeks ago, and I did them in sections. We did the Carpathians, we did the Skinwalkers or Ghostwalkers, and we did the Leopards. We did them each in their own section, and the Drake sisters in their own section. 4.5 stars. The mystical spot known as Sea Haven again plays host to a spellbinding tale of danger, intrigue, and passion. The second book in Feehan's Sea Haven series sets another of dangerous and enigmatic Pernesky brothers on a collision course with one of Sea Haven's sisters of heart. Stefan Pransky's assignment is to find out where criminal mastermind Jean-Claude Relu has hidden a chip holding Russian government secrets. Stefan has been ordered to Sea Haven to insert himself into the life of artist Judith Henderson, who is the focus of Jean-Claude's unrelenting obsession. Judith blames herself for her brother's torture and murder at the hands of Jean-Claude when her brother tries to rescue her. Hidden away with her sisters who all possess elemental magic, Judith tries to heal her soul. Stefan quickly suspects his assignment is actually an attempt to eliminate him. Oops. Patricia Rice, The Law of the Song and Magic. Again, naked die on the cover. 4.5 stars. The descendants of Malcolm have been brought to the present with a truly terrific story. Even if you've never met a Malcolm before, you'll be enthralled by this tale. Rice brings you great characters and a dynamic plot and plenty of magic, and she accomplishes the whole without missing a shootout. Dylan Oswin may be a big LA producer, but he hasn't been able to find his kidnapped son. Despite a frantic year of searching, most people tell him to mourn his lost child. But Oz will not give up. Now an anonymous email has sent him hunting for a failed child singing sensation named Serene, who might hold a clue. He finds her, but Serene is no more. She has become Philippa James, reclusive child's author, and vowed never to sing again. Pippa, as she is known, is sympathetic to Oz but does not realize the havoc that her voice can produce. While she has been practicing control over the years, her power over her voice is still very imperfect. The chemistry between the two is immediate and electric, but they need to find Oz first. They need to find the kid. Changeling Dawn, Danny Harper. The third entry in this McLeod werewolf family saga is the best one yet. Harper skillfully builds characters and situations that evoke empathy for the good citizens of both the human and shapeshifter species. The drama of the tracking and kidnapping of a young changing child makes for page-turning suspense. Ugh. The archaeologist Kenzie McLeod lies working alone and trusts no humans, the result of a traumatic chase several centuries ago, when she was a young shapeshifter. However, Kenzie must trust Jack Tacoline to rescue her, the terrified changeling cub who grows up at her isolated dig site in Alaska and is later kidnapped. Okay. Chris Roan, Born of Ashes. Four and a half stars. Multi-talented Roan has set up a universe that features a deadly chess game played on multi-dimensional levels. This complex mythos featuring future streams of events, allowing Roan to keep readers guessing as to the loyalties and outcomes. After years of torture as an unwilling blood slave for Death Vampire, Fiona is now free and coming into her powers. But there is something different about Fiona's powers, and Endel thinks Fiona is one part of legendary triad of the Obsidian Flame. Fiona's guardian, Jean-Pierre, is also her destined mate. According to the Breath Heathen, however, Fiona is reluctant to accept the bond, as she is focused on her mission and not finding a mate. Kimberly Frost, All That Bleeds. All That Bleeds is the first in an addictive new series, 4 stars. A thoroughly unique story starring a beautiful muse princess who falls in love with her dark and dangerous half-vampire defender. The enchanting world Frost has created is one to get completely lost in. Alyssa is the last heiress and descendant of an ancient race of muses, inspiration made flesh. Merrick is everything she shouldn't want. He's half vampire, dark and dangerous, and a risky temptation. When Alyssa is taken outside the walls of her world, Merrick will do whatever it takes to rescue her. See what happens there. Slade, Sarah McCarthy, again with the naked dude on the cover. All the wolf packs joined the Johnson brothers in the exciting fourth outing of McCarthy's Shadow Wranglers. There's a strong emotional connection between Slade and Jane that proven in the thrilling conclusion. Jane has done the impossible and come up with a cure for world hunger. But there's a downside. The reverse formula is a biological warfare nightmare. So she's destroying her research. Her computer chatmate, Vamp Man, knows of her research and wants her for more personal reasons. He knows the bad vampires of the sanctuary are hot on her trail, and he helps her escape, just one step ahead of them. Slade Johnson, half vampire boy, has a nephew who is half human, half vampire, and is starving to death. He wants Jane to prepare her formula and attempt to save Joseph from his low demise. I hate that. I don't like vampire rescue me stories. I I want my dark, handsome, gorgeous vampire to want to stay a vampire and not looking for a cure. There we go. Check out Laurel's up there. You've seen her before. Um, uh, we'll throw one in that I do not have a book for a picture. I know there's no picture in here. Did I miss one? It's coming up. I'm pretty sure there's new. Yeah, there's no picture for this one in here. I'm pretty sure. Watch, I'll find it afterwards. Let's do this quick. Wildcat by Jennifer Ashley. I've got quite a few of her books up there. 4 stars. Jeopardy and emotional turmoil continue in this newest installment of Ashley's Shifter Unbound series. Mourning and the need for vengeance bring together this hero and heroine, exposing them to extreme danger and passion. Ashley continues to flesh out her gritty reality and introduce new players who add depth and richness to her stories. Shifter Cassidy Warden is still heartbroken following the murder of her mate. On the anniversary of his death, Cassidy finds herself half chased by a killer who needs shifter blood for some unknown purpose. Cassidy flees into an unfinished skyscraper only to be pursued by the police as well. Police Detective Diego Escobar is mourning the loss of his partner, Toby, and itching for revenge. Diego's life takes a dramatic turn when he arrests Cassidy for trespassing and then saves her life from the man who's stalking her. Interesting. Alright. Silver Tongued Devil. Jane Wells. I probably have this book. I'm almost positive I have this book. I just didn't go get it. It's on the floor over there on the bottom bookshelf. 4.5 stars. Half mage, half vampire, Sabian Kane has learned to roll with the punches, but there may be a limit to what she can endure. Wells' world is gritty and deadly, but the mission is eased by the wise-ass amusing of Sabina's demon minion goal. Sabina managed to destroy the vampire leader, aka her grandmother, and prevent a mage-vampire war, but the cost was high. Sabina's twin sister Macy is still recovering mentally and physically from her captivity in New Orleans. And back in New York City with the treaty signing and the delicate final stages, Sabrina and her mage lover Adam Lazarus are ordered to investigate some brutal murders. See what happens there. Rochelle Mead. Shadow Air. I have all of these here. I don't have this one, but I have these 3. Anybody out there wants to send me this one, I'd appreciate it. I got started with my own books about this time. Started buying less, which is why 2012 forward my books are less. The 4th and final Dark Swan novel, which means I really needed to find out how the series ends. 4.5 stars. Eugene Markham fight to protect her unborn twins from a terrifying prophecy. Over the course of this tumultuous series, Mead has taken her gutsy heroine on one amazing and treacherous journey. To save her unborn twins from assassination, it has become necessary for Eugene to play a high-stakes game of hide-and-seek in the other world and the mortal realm. Although she has King Darian's support, Eugene has yet to forgive him for his deception regarding Iron Crown. While hiding out in the mortal realm, at first Eugene is unaware of a mysterious blight that begins to devastate other world. To stop this spell-driven terror, Eugene must join forces with others, including the enemies who want her baby dead. Okay. Oh, I have this one. I know I have this one. It's over there, back behind the couch. Sins of the Demon. 4.5 stars. Life continues to get significantly more complicated for the demon summoner Karen Gillian as she juggles her law enforcement career and relationship with demon lords no less. And oh yeah, that demonic power she's intent on avoiding. With each new chapter in this mesmerizing UF series, the gifted Roland constructs the world and adds depth to her characters, all while giving readers clues to the overarching plotline. Kara's deal with Demon Lord Rish is a double-edged sword. Kara is getting the information he needs, but it puts her in the sights of his enemies. To protect Kara, Rise has assigned her a demon bodyguard named Elam. Meanwhile, several people have suddenly dropped dead under mysterious circumstances. Even stranger, they are individuals who hurt Kara in the past. Is someone going after her enemies and framing her for it? The Bitter Seed of Magic, Suzanne McLeod. Four stars. Fertility occurs in the survival of various races are at the heart of this of what haunts gutsy Sidone heroine Jenny McLeod Taylor. The third chapter, McLeod's rich and engaging Spells Cracker series, delves deeply into genealogy and family secrets, many of which are twisted beyond belief. Although she hoped for life to calm down, Jenny Taylor is at the epicenter of a frightening curse that has destroyed the last phase ability to procreate. Unless Jeannie breaks the curse, magic will die in this world. The easiest way to break the curse would be for Jenny to get pregnant. We wish her well. Ah, flamed by a cowboy, Tanya Michael. A man in uniform. At least he's got his clothes on. 3 stars. Lorelei Keller has returned in the wake of her mother's sudden death to close up her inn and deal with the estate. But she didn't expect her mother to play matchmaker from beyond the grave. She left the inn to Sam Travis, a drifter with no ties except a deep affection for her mother. So I guess they fall in love and keep the inn. Olivia Gates, A Secret Birthright. 4.5 stars. Gates has the prime line on sexy, devoted, extraordinary streaks and strong, protective, and valiant women. That, plus her intriguing storylines and sensual tension, will invade readers' minds as they cheer the couple as through the trials in the relationship. She always goes off every single video, regardless of what time of day I'm filming the video. She goes off. And she can't even tell time anymore. Check out 3030 New Year's Eve Day video if you want to see her identity. Sheikh Farid Al Zephyr searches for the woman his recently deceased brother had left behind, but encounters nothing but opportunists. Then Gwen McNeil pushes through his front door, begging the royal surgeon to help her little boy, his brother's son. India Gray, in bed with a stranger. 4.5 stars. Kit and Sophie's love story continues as Kit returns from active duty. The fallout from the discovery of his lineage remains so. When his mother requests a visit, he and Sophie take off for Marrakesh. Sophie loves Kit, but never since his return from the Middle East. He's been distant, and he's become more so after they visit his mother. A timeless, unforgettable romance that deals adeptly with a wartime affliction. PSD. A dangerous infatuation, Chantel Shore. 4 stars. Trust doesn't come easy to nurse Emma Marchant, and she is prepared to dislike the seemingly neglectful grandson of the elderly patient on site. After the example his parents set, Rocco D'Angelo is determined never to marry. But the curvaceous Emma tempts him, even though she has a child. Rocco persuades Emma to accompany him to Italy to act as his grandmother's companion, and is determined to uncover the reasons for the hurt in her eyes. Cindy D's Soldier Rescue Mission. 4 stars. Elsie Omeo poses as a nun when she goes to Colombia to rescue 2 orphan children. The children's father is a Colombian terrorist responsible for the murder of Elsie's parents. Her initial reaction is to refuse the mission, but the priest who asked for her help saved her life several years ago, so she can't say no. The Husband Recipe, Linda Winstead Jones. Neat, detail-oriented Lauren Russell's controlled existence suddenly comes to an end when a muddy baseball flies through her window. Thanks to the new kids next door. Livid, she goes to complain and comes face to face with their handsome dad. Ex-baseball player Cole Donovan and his three kids throw a monkey wrench into her well-constructed life. However, she comes to realize that not necessarily a bad thing. Small Town Sweethearts, Gene C. Gordon. Four stars. Assistant art director Emily Hazard has spent her life trying to get out her childhood nickname Jinx. To help her brother Neil during his deployment, Emily agrees to care for his niece, Neil's friend Drew Stacy, will be preparing the lodge for the summer camp. Unlike Drew, who finds the country peaceful, Emma is looking forward to returning to her job in the city. Will caring for a teenager change her life? Jane F. Dean, An Inconvenient Match. Four stars. Iowa 1901 teacher Abigail Wilson has no use for wealthy Wade Cummings, especially after he broke her heart and his banker father broke her father's spirit by foreclosing on their farm. Then Wade offers her the job of helping his father while he recovers from injuries sustained in a fire. She needs the money, so she can't refuse. As Abigail and Wade clash over the future of one of her students and Wade clashes with his father over his future, Abigail discovers the vulnerability Wade's father keeps hidden and the love she and Wade still have for one another. Ooh, let's do one naughty book. Crash Into You, Ronnie Lauren. After reading Lauren's book of bondage and love, readers will race out of by their own handcuffs. The book's steamy intensity is marred slightly by a plot that has enough twist to make readers dizzy. Brian LeBlanc is doing well after the murder of his mother and her own rape. That changes when attorney Reed Jameson starts working with the same crisis center and her sister goes missing. Reed broke Lynn's heart years ago when she was a girl from the wrong side of the tracks. Then he defended the man found guilty of killing her mother. Now Brian must rely on him as she infiltrates the BDS club to find her sister. Okay. Well, there you have it. That's the end of January 2012 Romantic Times book review. If you have not seen my steampunk episode, If Then, please go watch that. If you have not watched my Black Authors, If Then, please go watch that. Go watch all my videos. And hey, we started with 2007. And those, and we increased up until now, and we're going to go till 2016. So please check out all my Flashback Monday videos and all my daily book reviews. We are doing C.S. Harrison series. We are doing James Patterson's Alex Cross series, and a few others intertwined that are 2024 books that have come out. And we will also be starting sometime soon, as soon as I get through some other stuff, Catherine Coulter's Sherbrooke series. So please hit the like and subscribe. Thank you.